Good morning, this is the 28th of January, Dave on the plot from Essex. This is my second plot that I managed to get given about November time. The original plot holder's got two full length plots here and he's not very well, so he's, with the committee's approval, he's managed to give me one side of his two plots so I can cultivate it and get it ready for the growing season, and then I'll take it on from April. And this side we've cut everything down like I showed you in my first video. You've got an overgrown, you've got to get it cut down. I'll talk about the tools that I've got and are really good for doing things like this in a minute. So what we're doing here, my plan, as I said last week, you've got to have a plan. So my plan is to get raised beds on the right hand side next to my polytunnel, and then once I've got that sorted out, I've got a full length area that I'm digging. I'm going to try some of these beds as no dig, because I've watched Charles's videos and other people's, you know, from America and all that, how to do no dig. I'm going to have to give that a go. Don't know if it will, you know, if it works for me, but it certainly works for them, so it's worth trying. So we're going to do different beds this side. The bottom area I started clearing last week was overgrown again, right where you've got the compost bins. That's going to be my compost bin area. So this is where I am. This is a grey Saturday morning, so it's winter. You only get a few people on the allotment this time of year, but this is one of the best times of year to get in front, get your digging started, get your plans started, get everything ready for the spring, because spring's only around the corner. I've already got seeds growing at home, so you know this is the best time of year. So this area here, this is another part of my bed, long bed that I'm going to be digging, with paths in the middle. So it'll be like a sort of like a no, it will be a dig area with paths, so it breaks it up into beds without having the sides on. So down the bottom here, this is where I'm going to probably grow my pumpkins, because I had about sort of 3 or 4 plants last year and had good success. So I want to see if I can grow sort of like an Atlantic giant, something like that. But then looking round, got manure. Always try and get good quality cow manure or horse manure, and if it's fresh, just store it, and after a year you can use it. So right, so this bed here that I'm starting to do today, and this is the sort of before. Now the tools I'm using are a spade, fork and a mattox. Now the spade was a good find in Tesco's at the end of the summer, £6, stainless steel. Now the mattox is a very good tool for clearing. It clears all weeds, so brambles, you've got things like that. That will dig down the roots out. So it's a very good tool, about £20, £30 on eBay. If you're just starting, you're not sure if you're going to like it, go to boot sales. Just pick up £3, £5 shovels, spades. And then if you lose them, as we often do, we often have, you know, sort of people on the allotment taking stuff. So if you lose them, you know you've only lost a £5 before you go out and buy a lot of expensive kit. Now the other things you should try and get is a good pair of secateurs. Mine are old, the shears here, so for cutting grass, as long as they're kept, you know, sort of nice and sharp, they're okay. And a pair of loppers for the big thick weeds, because if your plot hasn't been grown on for sort of like 3 or 4 years, then brambles are going to be very thick, so you need a good pair of loppers as well. Again, you can pick them up of a boot sale if you don't want to go out and spend a lot of money. The idea with allotments is you spend as little as you can, and that way you see if you like it. Don't go out and buy expensive kit, loads of equipment. You don't need it to start with. Once you get into it and you get the bug, then you go out and you start spending money. But this is my second plot. So this is what it looks like at the moment. As you can see there, I've got a heap on my next door neighbour's plot. He's not been round, well, he's been twice last year, so he probably going to giving it up, and if he does, I'll be taking that one on as well. But we'll wait and see. There's one of the big roots I was talking about that you need the loppers for. So that is a big bramble root that we'll be cutting out and clearing. Let's say this side hasn't been dug for about 5 years. I've never known this side of the allotment to be dug at all while I've been here. I've been here 6 years, and this is breaking up lovely. So I say it's a good time of year to do it. Wasn't last weekend because the frost was on the ground and it was like concrete. But today it's a nice damp day, and it's a good way to keep warm as well. So this is the second part of last week's that I didn't do. I was meant to do it last week, but my next one's going to be a tour of the plot. So it shows you my first plot, my polytunnel, and where we are. Okay, this is Dave on the plot from Essex. Hope you have a good Saturday morning anyway, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.